What's going on? It's your boy, Coach Coleman, Jesse Coleman, and you're taking into another episode of Breakthrough Blueprint, the podcast where we help you tap into your full potential. I hope everybody's had a great week. Hope everybody's having a good week. Hope everything's going good. It is almost time for football season, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to it. We have football, college football kicks off the end of this month. I'm excited for it. It's one of those hard things though, where I am excited that football is coming back. Yet on the flip side of living in Chicago, it's like, well, now we got to get ready for the winter. And over the past few years, I've turned into like a summer person where I really love summer. And I'm like, I love winter. I love football. I'm looking forward to football. But now also I got to get ready for the winter, the cold, right? It's one of those hard things. Like I'm excited about one thing, but not looking forward to the winter time. Yet we'll deal with that when it come. But right now, enjoying the rest of the great weather. Just came back from vacation. That was a good thing. And going on vacation had me really think about this episode and what this episode is going to be. I was going to record the episode when I was actually on vacation. I just decided like, no, I'm just going to, kick it and share with the fam and we'll do it here. But it made me think about that one of the hardest part of losing someone is it the day you lose them, but it's those first for everything else. Like, this was the first family trip without my pops. He passed. For y'all that know, you already know he passed, um, the week of his birthday, right? Well, right after his birthday. Yet, we had this trip planned. We always plan our family trip way in advance. That way, it's already on the schedule. We can, get time off, whatever the case may be. So, it was a hard one, but it was the first one, and it made me think, like, it's those first for everybody, the first birthday, the first holiday, the first vacation, the first family picture, that that's the part that really hits you, and that's kinda what it was with it. We went to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and Gatlinburg, and that's all we talked about. Whenever I used to go to my parents' house, they were watching YouTube. That's a big thing for them, us in general, where whenever we're going somewhere, we pull up YouTube and we watch as much we can watch it on YouTube about the actual location we're going. And we were always watching Pigeon Forward, always watching um Gatlinburg, just really just in getting ready for that. And when we got there, that was a big thing. And it was like, damn, he's missing. We drove down there. And I already know I drove the whole way down there, right? I know that he would have been probably in the passenger seat, right? Falling asleep or just having a conversation, like, just realizing that somebody is missing from this, right? And it's just amazing how one person's absence can really change the feeling in the entire room. Like we had a great time, yet grief showed up for a lot of us, especially for my mother. It really showed up, and it's not in the big moments. It was just seeing something that we know he'll love, where we were walking past one of the shops, and I think they had, like, custom walking sticks. He collected walking sticks. He loved them. But saying that, we like, "Oh, he woulda loved that." Or when we went to the shopping area where he'll get him a seat, and he'll say, "Hey, tell my mom if you see something, come back, get my credit card, put it on my credit card." It was just those little things. When we went to dinner, it was just little stuff like that that we missed him on, right? We knew what he would say. We knew what he would do in those certain situations. And one thing I can say is grief does not follow an itinerary, boy. Cause it for me, it really popped up for me like the last night there. And on the drive home, it really like hit me like, damn, like my dog ain't here, right? Even when we were at we went to Dollywood, and I know that's a part that hit my mom because usually when we take my daughter on a ride, him and my mom, they'll just get a spot and they'll just chill there. And she was just chilling there by herself because she don't ride. So knowing that she was just sitting there and they would people watch and they would have conversations that it was those times where I know it hit her and it hit all of us because we know he would be there enjoying himself and doing those things. One thing I do want to talk about, and I wonder if anybody else has ever felt like this, where it was kind of like having that little guilt of enjoying yourself. And I'm pretty sure people who have that thought before of being somewhere with somebody that they're not there anymore, and you kind of like feeling guilty of enjoying yourself. Can you enjoy the vacation? Can you have a good time? Can you laugh? Can you smile? Can you create those memories without feeling guilty? And one of the things I had to remember and remind myself is like, this is what he wanted us to do. If he would have been there, he would have been there, but this is something he would have wanted us to do. So that was one of the big reasons why we decided to do still do the family trip, not cancel it because we know that's what he would have wanted. And if we, would have canceled it, that probably would have just turned into a whole nother thing, you know. And he wasn't there in the physical form, but he was definitely I tell you straight up, he was there across the board. Felt his presence, lessons, values, like it was little things. We went to the store and I kind of did like he did, like, you know what? You want that? All right, throw it on my card. Right. It was just he was there and he prepared us and he prepared me for that. And felt his presence going into um the old smoky place. It was, seeing him, just going in there and getting the moonshine, knowing what he would like, knowing what he would get, knowing he will pick up extra. Like it was just a great thing. And we felt him there. We felt his presence, felt his love, and we still just had we decided to have a good time. And that was the things of that's one of the most important things of why making new memories. That is important. That really matters because you're honoring somebody that's not there by remembering, right? It's taking the pictures. Like there was a picture we took. We went to the Titanic Museum, and the first thing I thought was, you know what? I am going to Photoshop him right there on that picture because he literally would have been right there in that spot. And and that was one of the things of us having to remember that the people we love would not want our life to stop because they're no longer here. They would want us to still have a good time. They would want us to still enjoy life. They would want us to still do the things that we were doing because that's what they would have wanted for us. And I feel like we made them proud. I made them proud by us just continuously to take the trip and do those things, right? And it was a we talked and last week we talked about gratitude, and that was a lot of my things this week was when we went out of town, was just living in gratitude. Just having that gratitude in the middle of that grief, being grateful for the memories we had, being grateful for my family that's still here, being grateful for the opportunities to make new memories, and knowing that grief and gratitude can't coexist, like staying in gratitude. And again, the last episode with Becca, shout out to Becca, was gratitude isn't conditional. Had that grief during the trip, and then the whole family did. Yet we stayed living in gratitude. We stayed being grateful of he's still here with us, right? He would have wanted us to take the trip. He wanted us to do the things we did, and just being grateful to share that opportunity with my family, my that I love, and being there for each other and having that support for each other was it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Like I said, I drove all the way there and I drove all the way back. Like my sister and moms, they were like, "We'll drive," and it was just something in me like, "No, you know what? I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna clear my mind." I put on some music. I got my '80s music going. I got my pop music going. And that was my mood I was in, where it's like, I'm just gonna just clear my mind and just flow and just enjoy the opportunity that I had with them and creating those memories and knowing that everything's gonna be all right. He was still with us. This is what he would have wanted us to do. And and I want to share this for you all, and some of you all who've already been through this, so you already know this. But if you're coming up on your first vacation, we're coming up in the holiday season, right? This is going to be our first holiday without him. This is going to be the first football season without him, right? That I'm finna deal with. Like that was a big one of my things. Or is on Sundays, go over there, watch the Bears game with him, watch some other games. On Saturdays, if I wasn't in Michigan at the Michigan game, I was there with him watching the game. So it's going to be a lot of firsts. And people who have dealt with it before, they know. But I'm going to share this with you all that's listening that you are not alone. If you're coming up on your first without people you love, you're not alone and you're going to take them with you. You are. The people that's going through it, that's been through it, they're here to support you. We're in this together. And I know this is a little bit off, a little bit off topic this episode, right? Yet this was what I thought about. Like I said, when I was on the trip, getting back from the trip, just bring y'all into what's going on. And yeah, we're getting ready for a first of a lot of things, and just preparing myself for it, preparing myself to be strong for the family, just knowing he's still there, and just thinking about that trip. How that trip it was an amazing trip for us. It was a it was a great trip, and if he was there, he would have enjoyed the fun. Like there was a situation. I went and got in the hot tub. He loved getting in the hot tubs. I already know he would have been right there in the hot tub with me. He would have been in the pool with his granddaughter. He would have done all of those things, but we made sure we still did those things. And just just still thinking about just creating that legacy, and that legacy lives through action. So I am on a journey with a few things that I'm just showing up and going all in on because I want to leave that legacy. I want to make him proud. And I'm gonna live by his values, his lessons, his love. And I'm not just gonna remember him. I'm gonna truly live in that he's still here and he's still wrapped around us. And that's what that whole trip was. That's really what it was. And this is going to be a quick episode. This is probably one of the fastest ones. And like I said, I was going to do it while we was on vacation, but I'm like, I'm just going to stay on vacation. Then I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to skip it. I'm not going to do it, and then I'll go into what I already had planned um, for an episode. But I feel like you all have been a part of this journey. I might as well just let you know about this part, this little situation that I'm dealing with of the first vacation without him, the first family vacation without him. And now that's just becoming the new norm. So again, if any of you all are dealing with that or getting ready to deal with that as we go into the holiday season, birthday seasons, if this is going to be your first, I am here for you. The other people are here for you, people that's been through it, the community. We love you all, right? We're going to make it through it. That's a part of the breakthrough, right? We break through, we get to the other side, we come out on the other side, and we are a better person, and we are in a better place. So this is your boy, Coach Coleman, Jesse Coleman. Thanks for checking into another episode of Breakthrough Blueprint, the podcast, where we help you tap into your full potential. Love you all. See you next week. Peace.